Close your eyes, dreamer. Tonight, let me take you into a world that feels like a cartoon painted across the desert sky. Ancient Persia. Imagine colors so bright they glow, torches flickering like dancing mustaches, and kings so tall in their golden crowns that they wobble whenever they nod. Here, life wasn't simple. To the Persians, every crumb, every sneeze, every clipping of a nail mattered. Why? Because the universe was a battlefield between two invisible forces: usher truth, purity, and order, drudge lies, filth, and chaos. Every act tipped the balance. If you spat on the ground, chaos smiled. If you washed properly, order rejoiced. Even trimming your nails was a cosmic event. Imagine priests running around like cartoon janitors, shaking twigs and muttering chants to keep the universe tidy. At the heart of this world stood the great king. Whether it was Darius or Xerxes, they all blended into one. Black beard, sharp as ink, crown piled so high it looked like it might topple, and robes stitched with lions and suns. He wasn't just a ruler of men. He was the middle manager of the cosmos. Picture him sitting on a throne of gold, so shiny it reflects torchlight like a giant mirror. A single raise of his eyebrow freezes the court, as if someone hit pause on the entire cartoon scene. He wasn't chosen by chance. He was believed to be picked by the heavens themselves to keep chaos at bay. And oh, the feasts. Trays rolled out like parade floats, lamb roasted with saffron, rice sparkling with ruby-red pomegranate seeds, dates so sticky they could glue your fingers together. Wine never stopped flowing. But don't picture drunks rolling under tables. No Persians mixed their wine with water, stretching the night into round after round of polite toasts. Still, the rule was clear. Refuse a refill, and you might insult the king. The challenge was to keep drinking without tumbling face first into the floor. Imagine cartoon nobles, eyes half closed, trying to stand straight as music trilled and dancers spun in glittering veils. Behind the glitter, though, the real theater was in whispers. The harem, hidden behind curtains, buzzed with plots. A single sly comment could topple a nobleman's career. It was Mean Girls, Persian edition, but with more gold jewelry and a lot fewer lunch trays. Justice in Persia came with bold strokes. If you stole, you might lose your ears. If you lied, molten metal could be dripped on your tongue. Traitors, sealed alive between two walls, like unlucky characters swallowed by a comic panel. It wasn't about fairness the way we imagine today. It was about scrubbing away lies, cleaning filth, and proving that truth, Vusha was stronger than Druge. Punishments were not just laws. They were cosmic janitor work. Step outside the palace, and suddenly the cartoon softens. High walls block the desert winds. Underground canals carry water into fountains shaped like lions and birds. Cypress trees stand in rows like toy soldiers. Roses bloom in neat beds, and children play tag near fig trees while gardeners shoo them away. This wasn't just gardening. This was theology in green. To carve perfect gardens from desert dust was to prove order could win over chaos. The word Persians used was paradasa, which, much later, became paradise. The birds swoop, strip the body clean, and within days, only bones remain. Priests then sweep them into a pit where rain slowly dissolves them into the soil. To us, it feels grim. To them, it was neat and merciful, a recycling program for the soul. Imagine walking past one of these towers, hearing wings above. You might shrug and mutter, "Busy day for the vultures," before heading off to buy pomegranates. Welcome back, dreamer. You've walked through Persian palaces, tasted their feasts, and stood beneath towers where vultures worked as cosmic janitors. But the strangest part of this world hasn't even begun. Tonight, let me show you the rules of purity, the Persians' endless battle against filth, lies, and invisible chaos. Yes, you heard right. In Persia, the most powerful bleach against impurity wasn't soap, wasn't perfume, wasn't water, it was Gomez, consecrated bull's urine. If you touched a corpse, If you brushed against something unclean, or even if you sneezed in the wrong place, you needed this liquid reset. Priests poured it over hands, faces, even clothes, chanting prayers the whole time. To us, it sounds cartoonishly absurd, but to them, it was sacred. Imagine a priest with a serious beard, sprinkling stinking liquid while whispering cosmic spells. To Persians, this wasn't a joke. It was armor against Druj, the enemy of truth. Purity rules stretched into every corner of life, cutting your nails. Dangerous, you couldn't just drop them on the floor. That would invite demons to feast. Instead, nails had to be buried in the earth, sealed away so chaos couldn't touch them. Hair clippings too. Even crumbs from bread had cosmic weight. If you dropped food, you didn't just sweep it up. You whispered a prayer, almost like an apology to the universe. In this cartoon Persia, every household felt like a stage where unseen spirits watched, waiting for mistakes. Children were warned, don't waste food, don't throw scraps, or you'll open the door to Druj. Imagine little ones sneaking snacks, wide-eyed at the thought of demons hiding under the table. The heart of Persian religion glowed in fire. Not a roaring bonfire, but a steady, pure flame kept alive by priests. Fire was the breath of truth, the eye of Asha, in cartoon colors. Picture priests in white robes, carefully feeding logs into the fire, as if it were a fragile pet. No spitting, no blowing, no careless smoke. If even a speck of filth touched the flame, the balance of the world could collapse. Of course, Druj didn't always arrive in obvious ways. To Persians, chaos took the shape of tiny pests. Ants, flies, snakes, even frogs could be its agent. Killing them wasn't just pest control, it was holy war. Imagine children chasing flies with little sticks, thinking they were warriors of light. Farmers cursing snakes in their fields, not as animals, but as soldiers of evil. Everyday life felt like a cartoon battlefield, where insects and reptiles were enemy spies. Back in the palace, purity shaped justice too. A liar wasn't just someone who broke trust. A liar had fed Druj, invited chaos into the court. That's why punishments were harsh. Ears cut, tongues burned, bodies sealed away. Even whispers mattered. A rumor in the harem, a secret in the marketplace, could ripple into cosmic disaster. People learned to speak carefully, to watch their words as if the universe itself were eavesdropping. And yet, despite the strictness, Persia shimmered with beauty. Gardens sang with fountains, musicians filled the night with gentle strings, and perfumed air drifted over courtyards. Life was hard, yes, but also glowing. The Persians lived with constant awareness that the smallest act mattered. To keep their nails buried, their crumbs swept, their fires pure, was to fight for the universe. Welcome once more, dear dreamer. You've walked with me through palaces of gold, gardens of paradise, and towers where vultures circled the sky. You've seen kings balancing the universe on their crowns, priests guarding fire like a fragile jewel, and families burying their nail clippings so demons could not feast. But before our journey ends, let's wander a little deeper, into the quieter corners of ancient Persia, the ones filled not with fear, but with tenderness, beauty, and hope. Not everyone was a king or a priest. Most Persians lived simply farmers, traders, children playing in dusty courtyards. Yet even they carried the great cosmic struggle in their daily lives. Lutes hummed, flutes sighed, and drums throbbed like a heartbeat. In the gardens, men and women gathered quietly, telling stories, singing songs, and letting the desert air cool their skin. Music, to them, wasn't just entertainment. It was a way of lifting the spirit toward purity. A false note could invite chaos, but a sweet melody was a gentle prayer in sound. The soft side of belief. Yes, Persia was strict. Yes, the priests demanded purity, and the laws could be harsh. But beneath it all was a simple wish, to keep the world safe, balanced, and full of light. Their towers of silence, their sacred fires. Their endless rules about crumbs and clippings all came from the same yearning. They wanted a world where good was stronger than evil, where truth was brighter than lies, and where the universe would keep spinning gently without falling into chaos. The final frame, so let the cartoon picture fade one last time. The king lowers his crown. The priests set down their twigs. The vultures circle lazily above a silent tower, and in the garden, children laugh as roses bloom in the moonlight. Persia drifts away into the desert night, glowing like a dream that never quite ends. A kind word for you, dear listener. Thank you for walking with me through this strange, colorful, and tender world. You've listened with patience, with curiosity, and with wonder. And for that, I'm grateful. If you enjoyed this journey, if you'd like to hear more stories, more soft histories, more gentle dreams, please support this channel. A simple subscribe is like lighting a tiny lamp in this vast universe. It keeps the flame alive and helps me bring you more tales to carry you into sleep. Thank you, my dear listener, for joining me on this gentle walk through the world of ancient Persia. I hope the stories, the gardens, and the music of this land have carried you a little closer to peace tonight. If you enjoyed this journey, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll be here for the next soft story, another calm adventure to help you drift into dreams. Your support means the world, and it keeps these little lights of history glowing for you. Now, rest your eyes, breathe softly, and let the night carry you away. Good night, dreamer. Sleep well.